Hello, this is History Shorts with the Artifactual Scholar. Today, I'll be talking about the Great Earthquake of 1755. In the mid-18th century, Boston was a prosperous, bustling merchant town of about 15,000 people. Since its founding 125 years earlier, the town had survived fires, diseases, storms, and other disasters. Yet few Bostonians were prepared for the events of November 18, 1755. At around 4:30 in the morning, the ground began to shake violently, throwing people from their beds. Eyewitness accounts describe the quake as sounding like the rumbling noise of low thunder, or like the trampling of many horses. The shaking lasted for 1 or 2 minutes as people fled into the streets for fear of being buried in the ruins of their own houses. The quake, which was centered about 25 miles off of the coast of Cape Ann Peninsula, could be felt from Halifax, Nova Scotia to South Carolina. The crew of a ship 200 miles off the coast felt their vessel shake so violently that they thought they had run aground. The greatest destruction, however, occurred in Boston. Contemporary reports tell that several hundred chimneys were knocked down and windows shattered. Many chimneys that had not been destroyed were so heavily damaged that they leaned precariously 3 or 4 inches off vertical. Several buildings were completely leveled, and as the Boston Evening Post reported, the instances of damage done to the homes and chimneys are so many that it would be endless to recount them. Even the weather vane on top of Faneuil Hall was heavily damaged. Aftershocks continued to be felt for days. Remarkably, no one was killed during the quake. Coincidentally, barely 2 weeks earlier, on November 1st, 1755, an enormous earthquake and tidal wave destroyed the city of Lisbon, Portugal, killing more than 30,000 people. To many Bostonians, the earthquakes were symbols of divine displeasure. Ministers and pamphleteers published sermons beseeching the populace to pray and repent, and days of fasting and contemplation were declared. One Harvard professor, however, proposed a scientific explanation for the earthquakes. John Winthrop claimed that the seismic activity was due to heat and chemical vapors deep within the earth. The 1755 earthquake was not the first experienced in Boston. 28 years earlier, a much smaller tumbler had shaken the city and damaged property, but the size and force of the 1755 quake was without equal in New England. Modern estimates place the Great Quake at approximately 6.0 on the Richter scale, making it the largest earthquake to ever hit the northeastern part of the United States. This has been History Shorts. Thanks for watching.